enough of that. I'm trading you. 7 straight 50-plus win seasons, but through all that, there has been a handful of coaches. Rick Carlisle, Larry Brown, who won a championship in 2004, and then Flip Saunders, and now it's Michael Curry. He is the 4th head coach in 8 seasons, and he is a former Toronto Raptor. He played with the Toronto Raptors, with the left hand, back in 2003-2004, the year in which Detroit won it all.
Well, you made the point right off the top that Michael Curry was coaching even as a player. We can remember him on the sidelines talking, dealing with the coaches, dealing with the players. He said his internship has been done well before he stepped on the floor here.
And played with Chris Bosh, and also a good friend of Sam Mitchell. Went to Georgia Southern, and of course Sam Mitchell went to Mercer down in Georgia, the state of Georgia. Walter Herman checking in, former Bobcat. And Hamilton has it pinned by O'Neal. They're going to count it. It was on its way down.
Excellent job by Richard Hamilton coming off of Wallace. And every time Wallace is in the post, something good happens there, and that ball just got to the glass as O'Neal touched it. Close.
Very. And Will Bynum impeding the progress of Jose Calderon. And one of the factors that you look at for a team and their success, typically you'll take a look at the points in the paint league. But you know what, though? You have to almost forget about that with the Toronto Raptors, because they've been winning in spite of other teams beating them up on the boards as well as in the side, due in part to their ability to get to the free throw line, also holding opponents' field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage, and then making threes as well. One of the collectively why they're 3-0.
Exactly, and also the points off turnovers has been huge, and that's why I put up the warning at the beginning of this game. Detroit is not going to give you a lot of those points like the previous opponents have. So it's very important not to make mistakes or count on your other team to give you those mistakes, not Michael Curry's team.
Yeah, one of the best in the NBA year in and year out of not turning the basketball over, although this year close to 17. That's a rarity. Capono, O'Neal on the floor along with Calderon. Joey Graham and Andrea Bargnani. Shot clock down. Here comes a double and a foul. And Jermaine O'Neal not pleased with the call, and that's going to be a foul on Jermaine O'Neal. If you take a look at this right here, there it is, out rebounded. Yeah, sure, and outscoring the paint. Okay, yeah, fine. But coming into tonight, how about that? 84%. And free throw attempts. 3-point shooting and opponent's field goal percentage also certainly factors.
Absolutely. And the rebounding you can clean up. You have O'Neal, you have Bosh, Bargnani's done better. And as a team, it has to be a gang mentality. Everybody's got to get on the glass. And where the Raptors have been hurt in these early games is when the bigs go over to block or to help. No one's sliding down and picking up the big. We went to helps, man. It's very, very important to get back and everybody, the perimeter guys, help out.
And Wallace at the free throw line. And Rashid, 1 of 5 to start.
1 of 5 to start, but every time he's at his back to the basket, whether it's a pass, finding one of his teammates, something good has happened. And that's why I like Rashid there, and I think Michael Curry was focused in on that coming into this season.
Take a look at the shoes of Rasheed Wallace. He's changed them up. He bought out every single one of those the Air Force Ones that they ever made. Those old school ones you used to wear back at Syracuse. Remember those? And they don't even make them anymore. And so he contacted Nike and said, I want everything you have at my size. Well, I think he's burned all the way through them. Here's Will Solomon for the first time. And so it's Will Solomon, not who's checking in for Jose Calderon, not Roko Lukic, as O'Neal's at the line.
Yeah, Will Solomon's had that hamstring problem, but he looks like he's good to go right now. So Sam Mitchell obviously maybe lacking a little confidence in Roko right now, but Will Solomon is a player that has a lot of experience, not necessarily NBA experience, although he was a draft pick by Vancouver Grizzlies back in 2001. but last 6 seasons he's played overseas. And Matt, this guy has experience at the international level. He's been a winner over there. And I think that's what intrigued Brian Colangelo and Maurizio Gherardini to bring him here.
Walter Herman committed the foul, and O'Neal successful from the free throw line. He has 4 points. All 5 starters for the Toronto Raptors. They have scored. The bench has yet to score for the Raptors. That was certainly the case in Milwaukee until Capono scored late. We finished with 9 in Milwaukee. How about Hamilton to the hole? Shot no, tapped up. Here's Joey Graham. Graham along with Will Solomon. Graham takes it into the front court. O'Neal trying to get big.